Alright, so we're trying out a new camera to see how it works with this POV shot with the SANDBLASTer. We're going to be going through today and cleaning up a frame, giving it multiple coats of powder. We've got a sparkly purple that takes an activator afterwards. So come with me while we build an LTZ from the ground up. We're getting everything sandblasted, powder coated, and assembled. This is just one of many builds we got going on, so if you like that kind of content, hit that subscribe button. Comments are always appreciated, and like the video so it gets out to more and more people. I'm hungry. Let's see what's in the fridge to eat. Oh, a frame.
Yeah, break me off a piece of that.
Yeehaw, LTZ 400. Alright, so Randy's Candy threw out another custom color. We're doing flip-floppy purple and translucent purple put together. Check this out, we're putting it on a frame. So the frame's been purging in the oven. Got it preheated. Now we're going to be pulling it out, hanging it, giving it the first coat of color. You're going to watch the purple go on, and as it starts to bake into the already preheated metal, it's going to start turning silver. That's the weird thing about these flip-flop colors. They go on one color, they come out another color, and then you got to put an activator on top of them to get the color to come back. It's a really interesting process, a little bit complicated, especially if you can't see it. The instructions say wait until everything's all one color, looking like a liquid, take it out, and then hit it with the clear coat activator. Well, we don't have a window, so we got to keep peeking. Other than that, here we go. Throw this on some time lapse, get it sped up a little bit. Yeah, you can watch us go through and get the whole thing all powdered up. Alright, so we've got the frame preheated. This is a two-stage powder. And as you watch the purple go on, you'll see it turn to silver. This is what it does when it heat activates. Some of the other powders, they just go on one color, stay that color, they'll gloss out and be done unless you get a flat color, of course. But yeah, it's always fun doing the powder coating. That's one of the things I love about doing this stuff in this shop is we'll sandblast it all down. We do all the powder coating, we do all the building, all the porting, all the valve work, all the head work, machining, everything. Frame up builds, custom builds. We'll start with raw materials like bar stock and build whatever we need to. There's lots and lots of stuff we do around here. Delrin bushings for suspension. Yep, do that too. See Tony chasing me around, my blind butt trying to find all the spots that I'm missing. He's going back behind me showing me all the spots that I have missed. Worst part about this is when we go to do the clear coat, you've got to hit all the spots again, because if you miss any, they don't get activated and they stay silver. So I had to take the frame in and out of that oven a few times doing clear coat so that we got all the spots that we missed. Actually ran out of clear coat. Always make sure you have enough powder. Going around, hitting all of the spots. Don't have the best lights in this room. There's only one 4-foot LED light. I think it's a 10,000 watt one. It's bright, but it's not that bright. And like I said before, we're going blind in our old age. Hard to see. Going around. Still trying to hit everything that we possibly can. Finally get it all buttoned up, I think. Maybe, possibly. Turn around. Open up the oven. Pick this heavy thing up. And walk it over. Set it in. Shut the doors. Set the timer. Now with this powder, you're supposed to watch it. Some ovens have windows in them. With this powder, you're supposed to watch it. Once it goes all full silver and glossed over, you take it out and put the clear coat on. There is no set time on this frame. You remember going in purple? It's silver again. Looks like I just sandblasted it, except this silver is actually quite sparkly and shiny. Go back over it with the clear coat, hit everything. Tony's trying to get some weird shots off to the side. Lining all these shots and stuff up with the time lapse afterwards. Yeah, that was kind of fun. So I managed not to do a whole lot of that. We'll turn those into shorts so that maybe we can get some extra views on the channel. These videos are only going to about 50 to 100 people anyways. You guys that watch these videos, I really, really appreciate it. You mean the world to me. You have no idea how much just having those few people that watch it, especially the ones that comment, you give all the incentive to keep posting. I'm almost posting out of spite at this point. One of those, put the video up. If people don't see it, they don't see it. We keep on going, keep posting. It's what we do in the shop. I'm trying to show you guys things, educate you guys, help you out with builds. I've got people calling me all the time, sending me texts, asking for advice, build help, whatever. I'm helping people all the time. I know the channels are getting to those people that actually need it, and I really, really appreciate you guys for contacting me because I love the interactions. Helping people out with really cool builds, custom builds, all kinds of neat stuff. It just makes my day. I like being the guy that says, yes, we can do that when everybody else has been told no. And here we go. We got her hanging in the oven. This oven did actually catch fire afterwards, and no, we didn't get that on video. I was playing around with the KX125 build, trying to get that all powdered up, and yeah, the oven started smoking out. It was a bad, bad day. Now we know what powder looks like when it's not fully cured. It gets kind of textured, not really the best. So we got to redo the KX. This LTZ build is going to be really cool. Tony started assembling it once I got him to frame, kept powder coating stuff, everything that was ready to go, he put it on, cleaned all kinds of stuff up as I kept powder coating parts. We got the subframe, steering stem, and a couple other things that we're going to be throwing powder on also. But this is the outcome of the purple. This is a flip-flop sparkly purple mixed with translucent purple. The arms were already done. This is his old LTZ 400. This thing's been through a lot of people since he got rid of it. He got it back. Redoing the whole thing. Welded up the swing arm because it was busted all the way across. Got the Elka shocks on it that we're going to have to rebuild. We're getting a little bit of stockpile of shocks that we're rebuilding. So hit that subscribe button because we're going to be doing shock rebuilds at one point. It's going to be a big old video. I got about 4 or 5 that need to get done at this point. Now we're playing around with the subframe and the steering stem, going with a translucent red. It's a lollipop red. It's translucent, transparent, going over sandblasted steel. It actually came out really, really cool. I was very surprised by the outcome, but quite happy with it too. A little bit darker than I was expecting, but that's fine. For this build, the dark actually kind of went. It reminds me of the old gum Fruit Stripes. Who remembers Fruit Stripes gum? Yep. Seems like the purple and red is one of those color combinations that we do every once in a while in this shop. I did a purple and red Z. Everybody dogged on it because it looked weird. I thought it looked really cool. We ended up turning it purple and black after the fact because I just got tired of people saying all kinds of stuff. It showed that the interest was not there, and I was trying to sell it. So you're going to sell something, you make it so that people like it. If people are going to complain about it, they're certainly not going to buy it. Turn around, hang this stuff in the oven, set the timer, get it all right, try not to get things to bang. These are some of the little side brackets and stuff that got done. There's the steering stem, beautiful, beautiful red. Here is the bike, pretty much assembled, ready to be a roller. Actually, it is a roller. What do I mean, ready to be a roller? It's a roller. He got it all together. Came out really nice. We're waiting on some engine parts so that we can put the engine together. We got timing chain guides, timing chain, and a few other things. Valve cover, nuts, bolts, washers, gasket, fun stuff like that. Y'all have a great day. Really appreciate you guys clicking comments. Really help out the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.